What's up, everybody? We are back with episode number 293. Is that correct?
Let's see.
No, 294. It's
Four.
294, so I need
Yeah.
to correct that.
That was weird. I had a blackout screen. I don't know. Did you guys have one during the intro?
No.
No. Came back.
Weird.
Yep. Weird indeed.
Anyhow, 294. I changed it on the top. We'll see if I don't know if it'll change it everywhere else, but 294, our top
crazy.
5 of 2025. And Steve is not with us today. Don't know where he's at. So he may have told us last week, and I just forgot. He may be out of town.
Government working stuff.
Yeah, he's got that too. And
you got him in a basement somewhere. There, maybe he's hiding from ICE. I don't know.
Beating him with wet noodles and that kind of thing.
Yeah.
Oh, he just texted me. Not going to make it. That's what happens when you have a government job. Sometimes you just don't get off on time.
Yep, you don't.
Yep. Especially this time of year, too.
Any before we get into it, anybody got any stuff they want to say before we get into our top 5? Any shout outs, Kev?
No, I just want to wish everybody happy holidays here coming up here, but I don't have really nothing to show. It's been kind of quiet. I don't really have anything coming in anymore, so until next year. So
right on. I got a few things in, but John?
I got something. I got finally the Hyrax Japanese pressing on gold vinyl arrived, and man, that thing's nice. Mm-hmm. Big, thick cover and poster and all sorts of fun stuff.
Yes, sir. It's a nice one.
And then they included this little gem.
You got the I called the label and told him who you were. So
the Grave Robber, 3-disc set, and I cracked it open and I started listening to it, and then I got busy. But I don't know. It's got some cool cover tunes on there. Children of the Grave, and then it's got David Bowie, Space Oddity, a Cyndi Lauper cover for a heavy metal band.
But they're not just so you know, they're actually a horror punk band in a similar style to like the Misfits and stuff like that.
Well, they do a couple Misfits covers too. So yeah, I'll dive into that this week, maybe tomorrow.
Heavily influenced by the Ramones and the Misfits and stuff like that. But yeah, the singer's name is Wretched Grave Robber, and the whole band wears corpse clothing on stage,
right?
And stuff,
and there's Putrid somebody and they're kind of funny, but yeah, I'll dive into that this week. Probably tomorrow. I've got a day of drawing tomorrow, so getting ready for Christmas. And
right on.
Sometimes
we got Tony Clem with us. There's our friend Damien Hair Metal,
all the way from England,
Springfield. HTP fan.
Welcome. Hope he's dry. Hope he's dry where he's at out in Washington.
Nordic Fire. Oh, here you go. You can announce this one, John. Shannon Fry from the Invitee.
Shannon Fry. You need an opinion? He's got them all.
Avenger of Blood.
Of course.
Right on. Okay, cool. Got anything, George, you want to share before we get into it?
No, I got stuff coming from Boone's Overstock on Saturday, so it did not arrive yet. So.
Oh, right on. I got this in the mail today. The new or the last recordings of Eric Wagner, Eulogy, and I guess the songs were what they were starting for. I guess it was going to be the new Skull album, is what I understand, the Skull album.
Yep.
It was never finished, so they went in and finished it and put out these 2 songs, but Nothing But Blue Skies and The Misery Shows Act 2.
Yeah, so, man, I listened to that Eric Wagner full length a while back, the one that Henry helped put out, and man, it's haunting because it's almost like he knew he was about to change planes. You know what I mean? It's very, very haunting is the best word I can come up with. But I look forward to hearing it. I haven't.
Very weird though, because I mean, you guys interviewed him for this show actually.
Yeah.
And then 2 days later, he was gone.
2 weeks. It was almost 2 weeks. Well, yeah, it was 2 weeks, I think, because they actually had played a show. Well, what happened was they played the show that night. We interviewed him, and we interviewed Wino, and it was a wild night. And they were introducing an Obsessed Skull beer. So the Skull and the Obsessed have their own beer, and I could I could show you what that is, what the label looked like, because I drew it. I drew a poster, and we're all just having a good time. And they went to Austin the next day and played a show, and then they started to drive somewhere else, and everyone got sick, including Eric. And they came back, and I was talking about the Skull and Eric Wagner, and anyway, they checked Eric into the hospital. And I guess it wasn't quite 2 weeks. It was about 10 days after we had the interview. And in fact, Henry had just called to see how he was doing. And they said, well, he'll probably be ready for checkout tomorrow. So come get him. And because he wasn't, home, he was here in Dallas, Fort Worth. And that night he passed away.
Yeah, it's very weird. Somebody said the Lizzie Borden started shipping. Yeah, I got the Given the Axe Terrorizing on CD and vinyl. I didn't get the greatest hits or best of volume 2 yet. Anyhow.
Right on.
Yeah, it's sad, but I was excited. I forgot I pre-ordered it and it came in the mail today. I'm like, oh, right on. I forgot I pre-ordered that.
Yeah, I really like Eric's voice anyway, but it's even more cryptic now that he's not here. But yeah, I look forward to hearing that. I know Henry's got some coming over to Born Late Records.
Well, before we get into our topic, why don't we do the POW?
Pick of the week. Yes. So, does anybody know it's the 50th anniversary of a huge, huge album from a huge, huge band? And I know that's nebulous, but does anybody have any guesses? They're from England.
England.
Yeah.
50 years.
50 years ago,
that would have been.
This album was released.
Has to be. It could be Sabbath. Could be Zeppelin. Could be.
Keep going.
Deep Purple. Could be.
Yep.
Hawkwind.
Right.
Pink. Someone in the Springfield has the right answer.
Budgie.
No.
Pink Floyd.
Pink Floyd released "Wish You Were Here" 50 years ago, and this is an actual Japanese pressing. And I asked, why did they put even the German pressing has a black jacket around it, and then stickers on the outside, and I'm not sure why. And somebody explained to me that because the guy that was burning and shaking hands with the other guy, they thought that was too violent, so they had to cover it up. I thought, and I'm thinking immediately, Cannibal Corpse, Tomb of the Mutilated, or Eaten Back to Life, and I'm thinking, and you're worried about a guy that's fake on fire? Okay,
it don't matter. There's so many of those out there.
Yeah. So anyway, yes, "Wish You Were Here." This is This is by far my favorite Pink Floyd record. I love Animals too. I've really gotten to appreciate that one a little more. Yeah. But I really love this album, and there's all sorts of reasons why. And then Metal is probably number 3, and then Dark Side of the Moon, just because it's so commercial. But if you can find one with the wrapper on it, good luck, because it's really hard to find. I looked for years, but this album has a lot of memory stuff attached to it, but the album is just super well crafted. Gilmour is at his top of his game. The band sounds as tight as ever, and so I think every metalhead should venture down and clean their palate once in a while with a little Pink Floyd, and especially this album, "Wish You Were Here." And then a shout out to County Line Records, dude. They are probably now the capital of all metal vinyl in the state of Texas, maybe even in the Southwest. And I couldn't resist this. I had a little store credit saved up from that stereo deal that I did with them, and this was a little pricey, but anyway, Cavalera Conspiracy, Schizophrenia, and this is a German pressing on Shark Records. So I'm still looking for the Brazilian copy, but despite the guitars being out of tune, and I love the reissued, re-recorded, remastered one, but this thing just shreds. And as much as I love Beneath the Remains and Arise, this is by far my favorite. So Pink Floyd, Wish You Were Here, and Cavaleric or Sepultura, Schizophrenia, are my picks of the week. Brought to you by Small Cup Law.
And there we go. Let's get into it then. I'm going to start today. Usually I go last, but I'm going to start today because I wanted to show this one first because it's actually a December of 2024 release. So it really can't be in my top 2025. I'm going to, in my final video I'm going to do on my channel when I do a top 30, I'm going to include it anyhow because it, like I said, it was December when it came out in Europe. It didn't get here until way into gosh, this thing, when did we get these finally?
I got mine about
like
4 months
3 months ago.
I pre-ordered, whatever it had to been at least. When I
it was a long time. So nobody in the United States got this in 2024. So anyhow, I love Accuser, and I think this is a great album from them. And I played it so many times, it's ingrained in my memory. So, but man, I gotta say, doing only 5 was tough for me. But
well, let's start with our 5th one, and I'll be honest with you, these aren't like my favorite top 5. Like I'm not one is better than the other, but they're the 5 that I've been listening to the most. How about that?
Yeah, that's fine. And just for the record, if I show a record that maybe you're going to show somewhere in your list, you don't have to say it or show it as well. Just wait until your turn comes around and say it again and show it again. So that way we can keep track of the top 5. So I'm going to start off with this one, which I've only had on vinyl for a couple weeks, but I've had on CD for a couple months, and I played it over and over again. But this is the New Worldview. This is Invincible. This is U.S. power metal featuring Ray Parra from Sacred Warrior on vocals. I just haven't stopped listening to it over the last few weeks. So freaking just brilliant progressive, hard rock, metal, whatever you want to call it. People argue with me to death these days. This is not metal, but sounds like metal to me. But in any case, they do a great cover of Don't Talk to Strangers on here as well. And if you're going to pick a vocalist to try and do a Dio song, Ray Parra does a freaking fantastic job. And this is actually, if you the autograph thing, it's actually a one of those 12x12 album flats that came with the record when you buy it new. So actually it's like the first 100 people that order, I think, get the autograph to insert. But yeah, great album. Like I said, progressive, not super heavy. It's more in the lines of like a Fates Warning or even like a Queensryche or Camelot, that kind of thing.
Right on.
You're up, Kev.
Now you showed that Accuser. I'm going to show this Void here. This Void officially was released in 2024, but only on CD, whereas this was released in 2025 by Shadow Kingdom here. I can't remember what it was, early June maybe. It was a little bit earlier than that, but so yeah, this one here is kind of in that same area. Now for me, I've been really listening to a lot of this New Testament with Parabellum. Like this week, I've been just playing nothing but everything that I've gotten this year in 2025. This has been in there. This has kind of climbed the list. I initially had a list all planned out, where I had them all ready to go, but listening to them, some of them jump ahead, some of them jump back. This one jumped ahead. So I really like this. I like the deathy vocal influences on this, a little bit of the black metal vibe that's going on. I mean, I just think it's a really, really solid, good album.
I can't disagree with that.
Yeah.
What's your number 5, John?
My number 5 is a band called Floating. They're from Sweden. This is kind of like shoegaze influenced death metal. A lot of ambient sweeps and some keyboards in it, but it's definitely death metal. It's very eclectic. It's like you would expect from the Swedes. There's a band called Hangman's Chair from over there that's basically straight up shoegaze metal, but whatever. This is really well crafted, and it took a while to get here, but it was well worth it. So Floating from Sweden, and this is called Hesitating Lights.
Right on. George, number 5 for you.
Misfire.
All right, that's a good choice.
I was never so
Chicago-
impressed with a newer thrash band than since I got into Havoc. I thought this was so much better than the debut, and I love the debut. But this one just was rips. I was really impressed with it.
Fantastic. Chicago thrash metal. They came, what was the band that they came out of? They put out 2 albums as Misfire, but they put out more albums before that. Was it Diamond Plate? Yeah, I think it was Diamond Plate.
Oh, that's Diamond Plate?
Yeah.
Some of them, yeah. I think you're right on that.
The vocalist is not the vocalist from Diamond Plate, but I think a lot of the rest of the guys are from Diamond Plate. Yeah.
Those dude, that Diamond Plate rips.
And that CD he just showed rips.
Yeah,
Okay.
that's a monster.
I've seen him live twice,
Right.
both times opening with Death Angel, I believe, and Death Angel played here again last night. And they played here like 3 times in the last 2 years. Unfortunately, I couldn't go, but Misfire was playing again with them. So, I'm up, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah, this kind of sucks, man. Coming down to only 5 because that Misfire could easily be my top 5, but I haven't actually put a list together, so my list may end up changing from here to when I do my final one for the other channel. But I'm going to go with Reign of Glory, which is melodic hard rock, metal again, whatever you want to call it. This is features Mark Bowles on vocals. Of course, Mark was sang for Yngwie Malmsteen on his trilogy album and a few of the others, I believe. He also sang with Nugent he sang with a lot of different bands.
He's on a lot of stuff,
yeah, he sings. He also in the band Soul Sign, who have 2 albums out. But man, this Reign of Glory is just I've just played it so many times. It's ridiculous. It's just very well done, straightforward, 80s influenced heavy metal with great vocals, big hooks, and yeah. I mean, I'm an 80s metalhead. What can I say?
Nothing wrong with that.
All right, Kev, you're number 4. We're cranking through, man. We might go.
Warbringer with Wrath and Ruin.
That's in my list too. Yeah,
Yes.
but not in my.
Listening, I mean, it kind of has that vocally has that Testament vibe with how it's incorporated into the sound here. But listening, I played it yesterday and it moved up my list as well. But listening, this band's been around about 25 years, I believe.
Something like that.
Yeah,
So
they were part of that.
Veterans at what they do now, and this is one of their best albums, in my opinion.
I think so too. I think it's a really good return to sound. Return to.
It is. I mean, this thing is. I mean, I love the artwork on here, but yeah. Well, number 4 for me is my
new wave of LA thrash metal, Merciless Death and Avenger of Blood, Toxic Holocaust, all those guys.
Yep.
Yeah.
Havoc.
Fueled
There's
by
so many.
Fire, Havoc. Yeah.
Vindicator.
Well, now there's probably even the third wave has come through now.
Yeah.
Of thrash.
Lots of kids getting into thrash.
Well.
Well, that's the way I feel when I listen to this record every time. Hyrax, Faster Than Death, and man, after seeing him live at Hell's Heroes, man, Caden still has it. At 60 plus years old, and he's still out there just thrashing it up. And as much as I love the Harrison brothers, these guys are equal to the task, although it'll be a younger version. But I really, really like this album. It's kind of like what was that 10-inch EP that had Bombs of Death and oh doggone it, it's got a red cover and a black and white picture.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about too, and
it sounds like that, except it's a longer version of that. But it is like pure thrash and with punk influences, and I really dig it. Sonically, it sounds great. It's just like relentless.
Blasted in Bangkok.
Yeah. But anyway, Hyrax got to be on the list, and it was, and it's great, and the packaging on this thing is freaking outstanding.
It's great. I had to put an insert in there just to keep it from like collapsing on the spine.
Yeah, and in fact, I had some oversized plastic bags that you see. I usually put my Japanese pressings in one of the sealable bags just because I don't want the obi to disappear. And I had to get an oversized bag for this thing. It was a little bigger than your normal record, so buyer beware. That's the only negative I could say about it, because this thing absolutely is stellar. It's got a killer poster in it, and the graphics are great, and it sounds like thrash. Hey Scott, it sounds like thrash.
It does sound like thrash.
Yeah.
I couldn't find one either, so I just got a regular one on there for now.
Yeah, I've got a couple. I for some reason I ended up with a pile of them, and I thought, oh, I'll never use these, and this thing slipped nicely into it. But I couldn't.
We all showing it.
But I couldn't slide the Obi over to the other side, so I just left it.
This cover's super duper thick, man. The paper they put it on, it's like freaking cardboard.
Yeah, this isn't saving the earth. It killed a few trees to put this thing out, but I'm okay with that. Just plant more.
Right on. You're up again.
Was that first EP Fear, Hate, and Power or something? Or Hate, Fear, and Power?
It was something in Bangkok.
Yeah.
That was it? But that was the EP. It was press called that.
Right.
Okay.
Yeah, the Bangkok one was originally released with a black and white cover on a 7-inch.
Oh, that one. Okay. No, I don't know
that. Blasted in Bangkok, I believe, was what it was called.
Blasted in Bangkok. And I will tell you that the new Hyrax, I think it sounds like a lot like the old Phantasm. Remember that?
Yep, absolutely.
With Ron McGovney and
Ron
Gene
McGovney.
Hoglan and,
yep.
Yeah, it sounds like a cleaned up version of that. But anyway, go George, go. Number 4.
Okay. Number 4 is Woodwitch.
Oh, good choice. I'm gonna give you some applause on that
one. It's a classic Doom. If I listen to Doom, they did it perfectly, and it's so hard to find anything else by them. I tried on Bandcamp, but everything I have is sold out. I think I have a EP I bought, which has like 3 songs on it, but otherwise I can't find anything else. But I absolutely love this one. My friend Sean introduced me to this one. It was like excellent.
What's the name of it, or what's the title of the album?
Cinnamodor.
Synnamodor. Cinnamodor.
Yep, there's the back cover of it. Great now, I love it. It's just a classic Doom, nothing like fancy, but they do it really well.
Yep.
Cool.
Really was impressed with it. I fell in love with it as soon as I heard it. I was like, wow, this is just what I want from a Doom metal band, Excellent stuff.
Oh, I'm up again. Dang.
Oh wow, Peter Steele. I agree with you. I agree with you, TJ. That new tribal gaze, unveiling brilliance is just absolutely punishing. I dig it a lot.
I'm still waffling. I've got several here, but I'm gonna. This one will definitely be in my top 5, or at least my top 10 of the year. But the new Creeper, I've been playing this thing religiously, constantly, over and over and over again.
You mean like this one?
Yep. And just so you know, Carcass, I've gotten several messages from people who bought the little No Life to Metal comp that we put out, that Volume 5 comp, and several people said they bought the Creeper off of there because it stood out to them so much and they liked it so much. So that's good.
You can't argue with the production either, and that I think that's the thing that drags you. That's the thing that drags me in initially. I mean, you can be average, but if you sound great, I'm all in, and at least I'll finish listening to it. But I mean, you're talking about the 2 pinnacles of heavy metal of our generation anyway, and Kerry Crafton and Sterling Winfield. I mean, those guys absolutely totally know what they're doing in the studio, and you're going to get a killer drum sound, and you're going to get a great mix, and
the guitars are awesome.
In fact, I think the guy that mixed Cannibal Corpse is the one that mixed the album. What was his name? Who did the mix on that? It says on the back. I can't remember, but
Sterling Winfield or Kerry Crafton are the only 2 that's listed on the back. But
somebody did the mix, and it's the guy from Cannibal Corpse. But anyway,
let's see here. It says mixed by Sterling Winfield and Kerry Crafton. Engineered by Kerry Crafton and Sterling Winfield.
Huh. Okay.
It says.
Well, maybe I misunderstood them, but
in any case, yeah. And also, I love Jimmy's vocals. He's very.
Tex?
Huh? I mean Tex. Sorry, I was mixing them up. Yeah, Tex. He's got that gritty, almost like a scream, but it's not a death metal growl either. It's kind of unique, and there's not a whole lot. He kind of reminds me of Kevin from Disciple at times, but I can't really pin him down as sounding like anybody else.
Well, they're going to be headed towards the west or the East Coast early next year, and then we're probably going to do a second week run where we go out west. But if you have a chance to see them, man, they're worth the drive. Once again, I wasn't really that into them back 20 years ago when they first started. But then about 8 years ago, when they solidified that particular lineup, everybody was exactly where they needed to be. And then they added Paul about not quite 2 years ago, and he just thickened up that guitar sound. And Paul and Jimmy are brothers. They've been playing guitar, against each other for years and years, decades. And it's, man, they have the perfect situation, and it really sounds good. Really dig that record.
Right on. You're up, Kev.
Well, I know we showed this, but I had my top 3 already set.
That's all right.
Something bumped it out.
All right, show it again.
This was my number 2. This moved to number 3.
Misfire.
Chicago thrash metal. I played that thing so many times this year, it's ridiculous.
I mean, it's so good. The guitars on here are just killer. I mean, I really love the playing. I mean, this is one of the best.
Well, this will make somebody in our audience really, really super happy. Avenger of Blood, Revenge Is My Name. This thing start to finish, it's only 4 songs, but it absolutely just destroys. It kills Poser's Dead, and that's what I like about it. It's relentless, it's polished, it sounds sonically beautiful for thrash metal, and I'm telling you right now, if every metalhead that's even a little bit into thrash needs this, and this is along the lines of, this has got the same savage approach that Schizophrenia does by Sepultura or Cavalera Conspiracy, but I couldn't leave this out of my favorites of 2025. But Avenger of Blood, Revenge Is My Name.
We're getting some other people giving us their number 5 for them is Dream Theater, Parasomnia. There you go, Parasomnia.
Yeah.
And we're also getting a lot of people, lot of people talking about Ray Parra, vocalist for Worldview. Ray Parra is one of the top 5 metal singers. Ray Parra is the best. Yeah, he's a great singer. He's one of my favorites. Definitely underrated. Anyhow, go ahead. Sorry, George.
All right, my number 3 is one you guys talked about a lot this year, and I got into them. I told people on my channel, you got to check them out.
Iron Jaw.
Iron Jaw. Absolutely. I played that thing a zillion times too.
Fantastic. I was like, you just talked about it, I was like, wow, they were right. Not that you guys are wrong, but this was a fantastic, like Judas Priest type of metal. If you like that, I mean, you can't go wrong.
There you go.
There you go. Can't go wrong. I mean, it's amazing. I was like, very impressed.
Yeah.
Excellent vocals. Just a great band. And I got the first one too because of that too.
Yeah, and the first one's good too. I really wanted. I'm hoping this year I can get them to agree to put that out on vinyl. So we'll see. The first album, that is. Yeah, and it's actually going to be going into a second pressing, I believe. That particular album you just showed. So that's awesome.
Good.
That means it's selling well. Peter Steele fan said number 4 is Ossuary, Abhorrent Worship.
Yeah,
anybody know that one?
Record too.
And then
you know what? Is it just me? But 2025 was just stacked with great music. I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know why it was so different than other years. I looked at some of my other lists from 24 and 23 and 21 and 2. It doesn't seem like there were great albums, sure, and good music, but man, this year is.
I know for me, I've bought so much thrash this year. It's just unbelievable.
I know
how much new thrash is out there. It's just crazy.
I'm gonna say more than half of my list is gonna end up being thrash.
Yeah. Well, Avenger of Blood. It's black and thrash, but it thrashes. I mean,
we got William
Pagan Pit when they play.
We got William Pagan 4529 checking in from Puerto Rico.
Yep.
And then the year of death metal for me. Yeah, it's a lot of death metal. A lot of thrash. There's some good stuff. Another thrash number 4, Testament Parabellum. Yep, good one. So, yeah, who's up? Where were we?
Yeah,
you are.
I am. Okay. Yeah, this is tough. We're on. What are we on now? Number 2.
Two.
Two.
Or number two.
Number two, we're going to two.
Okay, this is tough because this is. All right, I'm just gonna cheat because I can't decide. I put these both in the same. I put these both at number two. So this is a new Sacrifice. This is a new Corner. Both these albums are fantastic comeback albums by both these bands. Sacrifice is pure, unadulterated thrash metal. I mean, this is just raw, brutal thrash metal. Exactly what you would expect from Sacrifice. The name of the album is Volume 6. For obvious reasons, it was their sixth album.
That's been on either 1, 2, or 3 on a lot of lists.
Yeah, it's a really, really good album from them.
I finally heard it yesterday, and I was shocked it was that good. And I like their last one too. Those Who I Condemn or something like that. What is that? But that thing rips. It's every bit as good as Torment and Fire from their early days. You better pick Hellstar.
Hellstar will definitely be in my top 30 of the year for sure. So waiting for someone to show the new Testimony Apocalypse. We'll see. It's possible.
We'll see.
And then, of course, I said this one as well. So Coroner, which is this was called Dissonance Theory. Not a brutal thrash metal album. There is some faster songs. There is some thrash metal mixed in, but this is pretty progressive. And it kind of has a vibe similar to Celtic Frost, in my opinion. But I don't know, man. There's just something about this album that I just keep wanting to hear it over and over again. When I first got it, the very first time I played it, I liked it so much I played it again. But that's pretty rare for me to do. I usually don't ever do that. So, great album.
You got a lot of different touches on it. I mean, progressive, technical, thrashy. I mean, it's just kind of way it flows. It just.
I think they blew a lot of people away at Hell's Heroes, and I was excited to see them because I've never seen them until then, and even Steph, who is more of inclined for death metal or whatever, she's like, "Wow, these guys are impressive." And they were just the songs are well crafted. They were heavy, but I think you're right, Scott. I think it has more of a Celtic Frost vibe or a Triptychon almost. It's a little more. It's dissonant and a little more sustained. Not quite as thrashy as some of their earlier stuff, but man, that's a good record too. And their performance.
People either love it or don't care.
They'll trash it and say it's no stuff, like we've heard about other bands. What was that band?
Yeah, which is ridiculous.
Like
my only one, and it's a very minor complaint about this album, is they made the cover look like the classic Corner albums, which is fine, but why did they leave the classic Corner logo off the bottom, like they have in all the other ones?
Oh, the little
the little skull guy, whatever it is. Yeah, why did they leave that off? I don't get it.
I don't know. They want you to buy the shirt,
I guess. But yeah, both of these, I couldn't decide. I've had them sitting here this whole time, and every time I get closer, I'm like, I got to pick one. Forget it. I just picked two.
Hey,
all right.
Hey, John, I had a question because you said you saw them. Did they play anything from the Grin album when you saw them? Do you remember?
I think they played something from every album, and then they played some new stuff. So I can't pinpoint the song from Grin, but I'm pretty sure they played a song from every record because they played a full 1 hour set. And
that's cool.
And then they played 2 or 3 of the newer ones because I was like, well, I haven't ever heard this before, and that's because it was a new song.
I got it right here. They're
curious.
George, I'm sorry, my dogs are barking and my door is open. Their set list is it looks like it's been pretty similar throughout the entire tour, but Consequence, Sacrificial Lamb, Divine Step, Serpent Moves, Mass Jackal, Symmetry, Semtex Revolution, Tunnel of Pain, Metamorphosis, Grin, Nails, Hurt. So that was what you're asking about, right?
Yes.
Renewal, Prolong, Purple Haze, Reborn Through Hate, and Die by My Hand.
Because I was listening to Grin yesterday after a long time, and I'm like, people put the album kind of down as like that, not really. I thought it got a lot of good stuff on it. It's different than their earlier stuff, but I still thought it's a lot of good ideas on there. Really good songs.
Yep, I agree.
Well, as I will always tell you, popular doesn't mean good, and different doesn't mean bad. So
no, it's true.
And I love the fact that they are not afraid to take a few chances, which they did. But man,
that's a good word to describe it. Atmospheric.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
And there's a lot of that going on in death metal too, where you, and as you'll see, maybe, where there's a lot
Tom
of,
Warrior does have a connection with Corner. He was on the first Corner demo.
Mm-hmm.
Or I don't know if it was the first demo, but he was on that demo that's popular, that's been put out on CD and every other format over the years.
Fucking Nerve. Yep. I just ordered that. Oh,
Fraser Dawson is agreeing with you how good Corner was live.
Amazing. Thanks, Fraser.
Oh, we got a compliment on your heavy load shirt. Nice. Okay, I have no idea where we're at. Kevin, who's up? George, right? Who went last?
Kevin.
You went last.
This was number one for the longest time until this week. Boyd was my number one, but it moved to number 2.
Uh-oh.
And this thing, at first I really wasn't into it, but man, this thing just really grew and grew and grew on me. I mean, it's so technical.
Like mold.
What's that?
Like mold.
You're going to start a new genre.
Like mold, yeah.
Trash.
The guitars on this one, the way they go back and forth, I mean, and the storyline of this, especially, I think, what is it, the last track, which is over 11 minutes long. And I mean, but yeah, I mean, great young band. Their first album is a little bit, it's not as technical, I don't think, as this one. But this one, I mean, it grew on me really fast. So, but this, it was number 1, but it moved to 2. So,
yeah, I kind of liken them to Agent Steel,
Annihilator,
Realm, Deliverance, that kind of style of, kind of that's when we've talked about it before. What's the difference between speed metal and thrash? It's right in that pocket between speed metal and thrash.
But I mean, they're getting a lot of good reviews, high marks on this album by end of the year, so looks promising for these guys.
William Pagan 4529 said Worldview Invincible, which I did. That was actually the first one I showed. He said it's the best album of 2025. Maybe.
Maybe. Well, you know that I'm not going to come original. I'm going to get eclectic with my choices, and I don't know why this band trips me out so much, but they really do. And they're from right up the road here in Oklahoma City. It's Peeling Flesh, and they actually released 3 EPs this year. This is PF Radio number 2. They also released Slamaholics Volume 2, and what was the other one? Human Pudding. But these guys are not your normal slam death metal cup of tea. They integrate hip hop and just they're absolutely brutal, and I can't wait to see them. But they're great to me, and they're becoming wildly popular, and they're touring like crazy. This is kind of reminiscent of the same path that Frozen Soul from right here in Dallas took. They played a few shows, they blew up, and now they're just touring relentlessly and Peeling Flesh. Hopefully they're coming to a town near you. Just by the music alone, it's worth the trip. But I love these guys, and I can't wait to see them live.
Right on.
So
I think that's how they created their logo. They just started peeling some flesh and
they just threw it on a piece of paper, and they said, "There it is. Send a shirt to Carcass so nobody can read it."
That's funny. All right, I'm up, I guess.
Yeah. By the way, I forgot to introduce George Gatto by everybody. He's got a channel too, George G's Room of Rock. If you didn't know it, he's been on the show so many times. I just kind of think of him as part of the show now. So
I appreciate it.
That's what I was saying.
Being ignored is nice sometimes. Okay. Anyway, this was also my number 1. It's by a hair, and you already showed it, but Sacrifice.
Right.
But I was surprised too how good it was, and it's close to the original band too. And how many people could say that? And they sound great, and every song's just fantastic. So I absolutely love it. But just missed it being number one by a hair. But it's a great.
I just noticed when you showed that how similar these two covers kind of are.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Interesting.
They both came out at the same time, so even the back covers are kind of similar. Well, one's black, one's red, though. Anyhow, yeah, it's a great album. Did you pick up that one, John? The Sacrifice?
I just heard it yesterday. It's on its way. Just didn't get here in time. I've got a couple of those that'll make my top 25 list, but they're just en route. And I've been on an extreme budget, and I've had to work my tape trading magic.
I tried to get that one when it first came out, but it got eluded from me, and then the prices really jumped. And
yeah, I'll be okay with the CD. I'd love to have it on vinyl, but to your point, Kevin, it's just brutal. I mean, I think it was going to cost me $48, and I just said, I'll just take the CD.
Yep, that's what I've been seeing, about $50.
Yeah.
But I didn't get the new Dark Angel because it's like shipping from there for a CD was like $40 for $15 CD, and I'm like,
from the label.
Yeah, because there's no way you can get it. I mean, it's weird that it's an American band. It's they're coming out of Canada. I guess the tariffs. I don't know why it's so damn expensive. But I'm like $40 worth. I'm like, I don't know.
Yeah, and I know that's true, but I just had a guy complaining because he wanted to buy the new Harrison record, and he lived in Canada. And he's like, dude, he texted me, it's $40 for shipping, and I'm like, the shipping is figured out automatically. We don't do the shipping. It's not like we're charging extra. That's what the shipping is right now to freaking Canada.
Yeah, he needs to talk to his own people, because I understand that they're taking the Canadian Postal Service. It's like a rotating strike. Some people will strike, and then the next, then they'll go on strike, and then they'll go back to work, and then somebody else will go on strike, and then at some point all of them go on strike, and then it's just a bizarre. I don't know what's going on up there, and I don't think they know what's going on up there. But it's frustrating because there's a lot of. I mean, it shouldn't cost you $40 to send something to a CD to.
I pre-ordered it, and I didn't pay $40 shipping. I know that.
No, I did, and I did too. But we both pre-ordered it before all the
right.
And the thing is, the tariffs aren't even supposed to affect sound recordings, but it seems to be anyhow.
But
I just think people are confused.
If your entire federal postal system's on strike, that's going to affect the price, isn't it? Because then you have to send it either DHL or UPS or FedEx or whatever, and they're always going to be way more expensive than the regular postal system.
Yep.
I don't know.
All right, I guess we're on to number one, huh?
Oh, yeah.
This is going to shock everybody that I'm showing this one. And I mean, it's shocking.
Is it a Cheap Trick box set?
No, it's not.
Okay, then I will be shocked. Oh, no, I won't be shocked.
It's cursed. There's no other album in my collection that I played as much as I played this one this year between the vinyl and the CD. I'm just a huge fan of traditional metal, and that's what this is. These guys are fantastic. I mean, I don't know what else to say. It's just great metal. If you like this, Judas Priest, Iron Maiden, Savatage style, old school 80s metal, that's what you got here, but with a more modern production. And it's got a connection to one of our all-time favorite thrash bands, Gamicide, with the Governor
Rick
playing guitar. And man, Todd is just a smoking vocalist, man. And I heard he's a great drummer too. I've never seen him drum.
In fact, he used to be the drummer in Creeper, believe it or not. And when they split with their bass player, and Todd says, I don't know if it was a physical, like a fitness problem. He had problems with a joint or something. But when he got tabbed to sing for Iron Jaw, I mean, it was a big deal in the local scene because they're from around here. And by the way, speaking of which, I think it's January 31st. I'll have to look. Yes, that's a Saturday. January 31st, there's a huge metal fest at the Haltham Theater in Fort Worth, the infamous Haltham Theater, and Iron Jaw is going to be on that bill. So make some travel plans. Come on into town. Check them out live and in color. And
I think what also solidified it was seeing him play it live at the CD release party.
Yeah, they were.
I mean,
they're legitimately good. And you think about the skins that those dudes have on the wall. They've been around. I mean, Rick's been around writing riffs for 40 plus years.
Right.
I mean, before even Gamicide, he was in Warlock and he was in other bands, and man, they're just so good because they're seasoned. I mean, they got so much experience. Like my grandpa used to say, if you've been doing something for 35 or 40 years and you're not good at it, then there's something really, really wrong with you. And those guys just absolutely shred.
Yep, I agree. And I think the lead off track, which is I think it's Tonight We Raid.
Tonight We Raid, yeah.
That is such a fantastic song. I mean, if I'm sure if Glenn Tipton could hear it, he would have stole it. Because it's just that good.
Yeah.
But and I don't think the Iron Jaw or Judas Priest a ripoff by any stretch of the imagination either. It's
but there's influences there, but that's the thing.
I mean,
what's wrong with, like I told those kids, they were like, yeah, they complain that they say we're like Exodus, and I'm like, dude, that's a compliment.
Yeah, there's nothing wrong with that.
You use that as a springboard to improve on that. I mean,
absolutely.
Yep, anyway. Absolutely. All right, Kev, you're number one.
Surprise! Well, this one had bumped Void out of there. When I got this stayed in my truck for about 2 weeks. Creeper.
Man, they're going to be tripping to see that. That's pretty awesome.
This thing, this week I was sitting there and I'm going, God, I said, I'm set. Put this on like 3 times this week, and I said, no, this goes right to the front. This thing is so good. For those of you who don't have it out there, definitely pick this mother up. This thing will rip your head off. So, but yeah, it's fantastic. Right, when CDs stay in my truck and being listened to for 2 to 3 weeks straight, it's going to be high on the list.
It's funny because when William Pagan is talking about the new Dark Angel and he doesn't get why people hate it, neither do I.
I don't either.
I know some people don't like the vocals, but it just sounds like Ron to me. I mean, Ron sounds like Ron. He doesn't sound all that different than he did back when he was in Oil and the old Dark Angel albums. It's not quite as technical as some of the albums were, but I don't know. I like it. Obviously, it didn't make my top 5, but it'll definitely be in my top 30. So I don't care what anybody says.
Let's face it. That society it's easier to be negative than it is positive.
Yep.
And I'm happy that they just put a record out. You know what I mean? It's been how many years? 30 years?
Something like that. And they've been together, back together again and doing shows and touring since 2014.
You know what? People's angst just doesn't matter. I mean, if you dig it, like I listen to things that, I mean, nobody listens to what I listen to really, but some people do and they like it.
If you don't like it, don't bash it. I mean, that's the worst thing you could do.
Yeah, I agree. So my number one's going to be nobody gives a rip about this band, but I love this band. This is Bio Noise Generator from Russia, and it's called Subnormal Dives. In fact, it has Neuromechanica. It's got their second album on the B side, and yes, this is I don't even know how else to describe it other than dissident ambient jazzcore. It is grindcore.
That's a good name, jazzcore.
If Chick Corea were playing Insect Warfare tracks, it would be this record. And I can't tell you how cool it sounds, and you don't think it would, because it doesn't really make any sense. But you listen to this and you're going, well, that's kind of cool, actually. So you talk about one that I just keep spinning over and over and over again. It's this doggone thing, and I think I told you, it took me 9 months to get this. Transcending Obscurity is the label, and they're out of Bombay, India. So
did you show that a couple weeks back?
I did show it.
Yeah, I thought you did.
But you know what? once again, I can't recommend it enough. And I think it was a pick of the week or something. But
yeah, I think so. Yep.
But if you can find this on vinyl and it's some funky wild color or whatever, this is number 30 of 250. But once again, stretch your imagination a little bit. I'm happy that you guys dig Creeper and Iron Jaw. Those are local heroes around here, but this just punched me right in the face and got my attention. And then as I dug into it, I'm like, I want to find out more about this. They've got 4 albums out. This is the third and the fourth, or the second and the fourth. The third was just like an EP, and heaven forbid I find the first one, because you can't. And I've asked around, and Discogs does not have a listing for them. But I'm telling you, once again, stretch your imagination. And if you love Chick Corea and you love Insect Warfare, you're going to absolutely adore Bio Noise Generator from Russia. Bang.
Right on. Well, what you got for us?
Well, this one not only is my top for the year, but it's probably maybe my favorite album they ever put out. Benediction, Ravage of Vampires.
Oh yeah, dude, that just came out what, 2 weeks ago, George?
No, I don't remember what I had it written down. I forgot when it came out. I think it came out in April.
Oh, that long
ago. April.
And the year is going by so
fast. Yeah, the year goes by fast. Yeah, but I was so happy. I love Benediction, but this one was probably my favorite one by them. I don't know, it's just he hasn't lost a step with his vocals, and every song
I've been seeing amazing. A lot of people showing that a lot.
Is that it's Jeff Ingram, or is it
Dave Ingram?
Dave Ingram.
Yep. It's a great job. Sounds great, and it's amazing. And I love it. So
and the vocals aren't that harsh on that, are they?
No, they never really were. Except the early albums he was, but as the time went on, they just a little less. Still death metal, but not like indecipherable.
I've been sampling a little bit of that.
So if you like Benediction, George, do you like the Barney Greenway version of Benediction too?
The first album is got its moments, but it's not what I think. I like the production on it. So, but okay. I like the early the stuff that does with Napalm Death, some of that stuff. But it's still a good album. It's not one of my favorite ones from them.
Gotcha.
Which album?
It's still good.
Fraser Dawson, which album cover are you asking about? Who did what album cover? I don't know which, but we got another person commenting on. They're giving us their top 5. So, Aldano 85 DB. He's got Dream Theater at number 5. Sublimed Metamorphosis at number 4.
Night Flight Orchestra.
Night Flight Orchestra at number 3, which I've never heard. Hidden Intent at number 2, another one I've not heard. And Warbringer at number 1. Warbringer will be in my top 30 as well. I think that's one of the best albums they've done in a long time.
Hidden Intent is Australian thrash.
Yeah.
Yeah, like 3 albums out, I believe.
Well, I did a list. In fact, I sent it to you guys right prior to the show. Sort of
saw that.
And but there was so much good stuff out there. I mean, and some of it I just didn't. It never arrived, or I just haven't been able to purchase the record. But Terror Corpse is another Texas band that and speaking of Insect Warfare, that's Dauber Beverly, the drummer for Insect Warfare, and Oceans of Slumber, and Malignant Altar, and blah blah blah, guys and everything. But they released like a 7-song EP and a full-length record that's on its way. Liminal Erosion is another band, a band out of Florida. It's got members of Wharf Lurch and Pause Modulated. If you're into that sludgy, ambient, psychedelic realm of hell style of death metal, lots of stuff from Europe. Decrepacy, Disembody, Hyperdontia. I can't wait. But I was going to show this one, and I don't know if this qualifies as metal, but I think, did I show this before?
Not that I remember.
Yeah, I think.
Yeah, you did. Actually, you did. Yeah.
Yep. I had to throw this in there just as a reminder. Once again, sometimes you got to clean your palate with other things, and maybe because of the Bio Noise Generator influence on so much jazz mixed with metal, but it almost makes sense. I don't even know how to describe it and why, but if you can find a copy of this was a RSD Black Friday special. This one just happens to be on orange vinyl. And I worked record store day over at County Line Records, and he was kind enough to get that to me. But man, there's so much great music out there, and 2026 is starting to shape up to be like a tsunami of metal. It's crazy.
I've already got 3 orders coming in January already.
And we didn't even mention Hellstar. Well, maybe George will mention Hellstar, but I mean,
I didn't get it yet.
Oh, yeah.
I don't have that.
A friend of mine is sending it to me for Christmas. He said it to me, but it hasn't gotten here yet. But I was looking forward to hearing it now.
Yeah, that'll make my top 30 as well. I think it's a great album. It was hard to do only 5 for this. So, but hey, there's a couple of questions. I mean, we got a minute or two to go. So, I lost the comments. There we go. So someone asked about the cover. Oh, Fraser Dawson asked about the cover. He was asking about Ironjaw. It's kind of a cluster. I'm not exactly sure who did the original drawing of the skull and all that kind of stuff.
It's based.
For all I know, it could have been. Yeah,
it's based off a drawing that I did, but then Rick went in and added a few things. I mean, the logo is mine, but then you had to really clean up Rick's drawing.
Yeah, big time. So I went in and I added this. I went in and cleaned up this. So it's kind of a group effort. Yeah, I mean, it wasn't one person. That's why if you go in, it doesn't actually say who did the cover because it doesn't. I mean, I won't take credit for it. I mean, I did parts of it. I added the little iron cross here. I added the little iron cross here. It was funny because there was like at one time there was, if you go back to the early digital release and look at the cover, there was 2 rows of teeth here. There was this row here and then another row here, which I took them out because it was just, I don't know where that came from. It was just silly looking.
Well,
but,
bottom
yeah,
line
it's kind of a combination of everything. I added the cursed on there. That's, the Ironjaw logo was done by John, so it's a little bit everybody.
Well,
but the overall layout,
kind of like the Creeper record.
Yeah, now the Creeper records are similar because what's the name of the guy who did it originally? Who did the original
Matt
art?
Story.
Yes, and he did a fantastic job. But it was all reds, and there was no color in the eyes. The background was, and then we had this huge crushing that was green down here, or red actually. And John and I were like, God, it just takes that crushing just takes away so much from the image. We wanted it to focus on those eyes,
Yep.
And I think that the change to green, it made a huge difference.
And we did a few other things. We added a few things to it.
Made the lighting in the background green instead of red.
Yep, we did a lot. We did quite a. We spent almost 2 hours on the phone. Him and I worked on this.
We made the logo bigger, but once again, that's we're just doing a handshake collaborative effort, which is sometimes what it takes. And I always think that 2 heads are better than 1, but sometimes.
But, this album cover I didn't do anything on, but I'm so pumped for this thing to come out. But check this out.
Yeah, that's an Ed Repka special.
Yep, and what this thing is here, it's if you can probably see through it. I can see through it right now. This is one of those things that goes on your amp covers. You know what I mean?
Yep.
They had some of these printed, but they're a little too small for their 12 by 12 amps, so they had to get bigger ones.
Yeah, I pre-ordered
full holes. So you block
well,
the sound.
there's another graphic coming to them for the Axes of Death. They did. What was the Concho song? The one that was 1 minute and 13 seconds. And then
there it is.
Yeah, and then so I'm doing that one. That's one of mine, and then I've got a second graphic coming.
They're doing stickers with that Concho art too. They're going to do vinyl stickers.
Cool.
So anyhow, cool. Anyhow, well, I appreciate everybody doing their top 5 on here. I mean, you could have said no.
George still has the show is.
What? We missed one?
Huh?
Did George show it? George, I thought you.
Yeah, he did. His number 1 was he showed his number 1.
Yep.
Yeah, it was. Show it again so everybody can see it. There it is. Benediction.
There it is.
We were paying attention to George. We weren't ignoring him, even though he thinks that's okay. Even though he thinks
it's okay.
Sometimes.
I just hide in the corner.
Anyway, well, that's it. I mean, once again, I think you're right, Scott. It's impossible to come up with just 5. I think it works for the hour that we have, and I didn't think we are going to make it to an hour. But
well, yeah, we're over an hour, a little bit over an hour now. But yeah, you consider we just showed off 20 releases, and there wasn't a whole lot of crossover. A couple, I think, two people showed. Actually, Sacrifice, Iron Jaw, and Creeper.
Yeah.
I wasn't sure if we're gonna have more. I picked 4 others just to show, but real quick, can I show them real quick?
Sure.
Yeah, do it.
Pick Coroner 1.
Nice.
On my list.
I still need to see that.
The new Sodom.
Oh yeah, that's really good.
This one was impressive. Gruesome.
Yeah, I like the new Gruesome.
And the Dream Theater one, I really enjoyed that one though. So those are the 4.
I still need the Dream Theater, and I still need the Corner on CD. I haven't got picked up those
bought
yet.
a Dream Theater record since what is it? Inner Thoughts.
Yeah, I haven't bought one in a while either.
But
this one was good. This was really like Porter definitely brings something back to the band.
Okay.
So his songwriting, so it really was really like. I like all their stuff. Really, most of their stuff anyway. They had a couple missteps.
Fraser is asking if there's DRI in the background. No, I tried something new today. I was trying playing music in the background while we were talking. I don't know if you guys even noticed it. It's very low.
Yeah,
I hear it.
It's just really the same song playing over and over again. But no, it is not DRI. I won't play DRI because then we'll get nabbed on YouTube for copyright infringement. So I've been playing a track called, hang on, I'll tell you what it is, Attitude Adjustment by Anger is Art. Steve Gaines of Abattoir, Bloodlust, among others. It's actually in a new band called Second Chronicle 20 or Second Chron 20. And apparently it's Steve Gaines and on bass, Timothy Gaines, his brother. You guys might know Timothy Gaines from the band that shall not be named.
But they're black and yellow, and they're back for the
attack.
Yeah, something like that.
The yellow and black attack.
Yeah, the yellow. That's what I was trying to say.
Yeah. So yeah, I was. So I'll turn it up so everybody can hear it for a second. But this is one of their faster kind of crossover songs, so I can understand why you got DRI. But I was also playing. But I was also playing this one a little bit. Oops. Little Hyrexin. This is another. This is a very short, another kind of crossover song. A little different than the rest of the album.
Going out tonight, gonna have a real good time. Together, trouble, leave all of us behind. Like a wet dream, stay out of our way.
Yes, I was playing music in the background, and I saw a lot of people commenting about it. They liked that, so I'll try and add more music so it's not playing just the 2 songs. But I was just kind of this is something new. We weren't able to do this before, so I was just kind of testing it out. So.
Well, truth be known, we played the noise generator 4 times in the hour. Put it on a loop, and the whole album would have played 4 times. Anyway,
you're right. The new Hyrax. We could have probably played the new Hyrax, Slayer's 3rd album, and Van Halen Diver Down all this, and still had time left over.
Still have time to spare. Yep, exactly.
Yep. All right. Anyhow, hey George, where can people find you at if they want to find you in your channel?
George G's Room of Rock. That's it. Nice and simple.
Yep. You can find, let's see, where's Kevin at? Here we go. You can find Kevin on YouTube at Old Metal Rocker 66, and you can find him at other places like, Kevin?
Metal Uprising over on Facebook. Keep coming. It's getting bigger and bigger.
Sure is. And you can find John on Instagram at Carcass John R, and as well, you can listen to his radio show on
128 DB Rock, The Crypt on Saturday nights and Monday the replay, and tonight on Carcass John's Alter Ego, we explore. What do we explore tonight?
The All Poison set.
The All Poison set from Germany.
There you go.
The one from Germany, not the lime green ones, the black and silver ones. No, I think we're doing some like space rock or shoegaze stuff. Pretty cool. Right 10 o'clock tonight. Check it out. Download the free app. It's free.
Yes, it is. I got it on my phone. It's easy to get on any of the app stores.
What? You know what I've discovered from Lee Russell, who's the boss of 128, is that we keep these run sheets so the bands that we play actually get paid. It's not like they have to be. They don't need 365,000 spins of one song to make $8. they actually get paid when we play their music. So support the station, 128db.com, and come listen and send your requests, man. I don't have enough requests. I've got a couple people and some soldiers overseas that send me lots and lots of requests, but I introduce you to new music like Bionoise Generator and Floating. And anyway, we do some other traditional stuff. And Kevin's familiar with the Alter Ego.
Yeah.
We do everything from alt rock to deep cuts from the 70s. In fact, Kevin, when did you graduate from high school?
1977.
1977. Okay, you're going to enjoy an episode that's coming up pretty soon because I did all cuts from 1977.
Awesome.
Right on.
So check it out. And let's see, Rob was born in 80 or graduated in 82. So I've got one coming for him too. But anyway, so we're trying to trick it up a little bit. But thanks for joining us tonight, man. That's great.
Good stuff.
Yep.
You can find me on Instagram at No Life to Metal. You can find me on YouTube at No Life to Metal or Scott Waters. You can find me on Facebook, or I'm pretty much easy to find. Just look up Scott Waters, No Life to Metal. It comes up. Or you just go to NoLifeToMetal.com and buy records because yeah.
What else are you gonna do?
Right? That's what I do now. Is I sell records. So just hit on the records button. It'll take you to No Life to Metal Records, where you can get stuff from there and rocks and all the other labels that I deal with. Matter of fact, I just got this in the mail today, which is kind of nice. The repressing of the first Anger is Art, which is what I was playing. But it's got a little autograph on the bottom by Steve Gaines. So he sent that to me, which was really nice. Anyhow, so that's it. So thanks, George, for coming on. We really appreciate you coming on. Nice Kiss shirt, by the way.
Yeah, I got it with the box set. Well, it came late, but I got it with the box set.
Right on.
Right.
Yeah.
And so definitely appreciate you coming on, Kevin. We always appreciate you. And Carcass, the founder of the show, of course. So
yeah.
You and Rob. So
yeah, me and Rob. We were reminiscing about that the other day. That was we're a far cry from the staring into the laptop camera.
Yeah, when we've been I've been on the show. I've been with the show for 4 or 5 years now.
Yeah,
long time. I don't know.
Well,
anyhow,
we're almost ready to hit 300. So
yeah,
I have to figure out what to do.
Excuse me.
And
77 is my birth year. Wow. Metal Ron.
Yeah.
This was born the year you graduated.
We're pretty. Some of us are older than others.
Yeah, well,
right on.
Getting older.
I appreciate everybody watching too. And commenting. We got tons of comments. I didn't put them all. Put as many as I could up. But anyhow, is there I got a question. Is there a Christian metal station on there anywhere on 98 dB?
On 128 dB raw?
28 dB. Sorry.
There isn't, but they allow me a lot of flexibility. So if you want to shout out and give me some ideas, I'd be happy to do a Christian episode for sure.
There you go, Ron.
Yep.
Get a hold of Carcass. So, all right. So that's it for episode number 294 of the Metal Roundtable. You know how we always do it. Metal will prevail. And then I gotta leave you guys hanging while you make silly faces, and then I put the thing up like